The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock.
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks. We strap it up and we get better each week.
Shut up! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal! Check out! Here we go! Panther 60, Panther 60! Check, check, hut! Ready, break! Panther 11, Panther, ready, go! On the ready! The Eagle, 6, hut, hut. Set, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready. Okay, ready. 70, hut. Viking 18! Ready? Let's go! 60 Bison, sit, go! On the set! Check, Panther, check, go! Ready, coconut, hut! Down! 70 Timberwolf, smash, smash, ready, go! Here we go, set, Bronco 80, Cowboy, hut, hut! Ready! 19! Ready, ready! Come on, come on! Get up! Ready, ready! 70 Lion! Ready! Let's go now. 60 Eagle, go! Shut up! Cowboy 80! Panthers, take go! Here we go, here we go! 18 Cardinal, 18... Hut! Got it. Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18. Ready? Go! Set. Panther 60. Hut, hut. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Big Lion. Viking 18! Ready, ready!
man, listen, great job today. It was a step in the right direction for you and this team. And as long as you keep moving in
today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And what I enjoy... in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. John Simon that time coming through to make the play. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball.
And he's going to go down again.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Patriots take over. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say a great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it. It gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll run for it. This is White. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. On first down, here's Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Preston Williams there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They start the drive with White. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now the second down throw on target. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll drop it underneath to White. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On second down now, it's White. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll bring this this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 6. And a dump off to White. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Devin Asiasi in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee, and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Tua, the final shot before half. Airing it out for Hurns. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. From there, we head down the turnpike to see what's happening with the Eagles at home in Philadelphia. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Miles Sanders, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Nick Foles has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? Find out. Let's hand it up.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New England trying to get a place on offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
And he will have a Patriots first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 2. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They stay on the ground with White. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On the delay, it's Howard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Tua's throw here going to be caught by Hearns. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
No doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Tua now on first down. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Tua on fourth down, and he's got it to Hearns. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. John Simon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Play action. Now it's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And it is incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Kyle Van Noy gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week one.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for the Patriots, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound.
right, gentlemen, we made way too many mistakes this week, okay? Coaching staff has gone in, we've simplified the game.
Ready? 70 Lions! Check go! Got it. Ready? Hook. Let's go now. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready? Set up, cowboy and hut hut. Here we go, here we go. Hey, Chief, ready? Ready? Set up. Set. Panther sit. Ready? Ready? Go! Set. Set. Go! Let's go. Nike. Hut. Set. Ready? Ready? Go! Down. Hut, hut.
Hey, big fella, swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking about you getting better every week.
today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
How about 54 touchdown passes in 2 full seasons at the University of Wyoming? Coming out of a junior college, I think he exceeded expectations, and he can move it around a little bit too. A much better athlete than people give him credit for.
On first down, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Allen. Quick slant to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And again, it's Allen. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Allen going to get this one to Singletary, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Pass incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 70 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good run.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Lee Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to own that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for White a week ago: 19 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. And some concerns caused him to slip to the 5th round. I guess if you're him, the good news is you kind of flew under the radar. Maybe expectations are low. You can come in and prove something.
And a lot to prove, because those off-field concerns that creep in on you, you want to prove that they're all wrong, that they don't matter, that you are a much better player than what people picked you.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. On 2nd and 9, Allen finding Knox there, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Lawrence Guy drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Going with White here, toss left. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 43-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 28-17, your final score. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Mecole Hardman, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Kirk Cousins has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bills have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Singletary again. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Jerry Hughes on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And this is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Now a carry for White. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. They keep it on the ground. White again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with White. And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception, we'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Allen's throw is complete, and he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
11 yards there, first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, 30 yards, and the Bills draw a bit closer.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching it, and ended up in the end zone. But how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's 2 sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great, D-line not very good.
And as well as coverage, because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. New England trying to get a place on offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Room here to run. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So many different weapons available in that Patriot backfield. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's White. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll drop it underneath to White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for New England, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be...
Ready? 70 Timberwolf. Get up. Come on. Set. Ready. Ready. Rocco 80. Go. Let's go now. Check go. Set up. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Hook. Here we go. Ready. Go. Set. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Hut, hut. Set. Ready. Let's go. Get up. Set. Ready. Cut. On the set. Go. Go. Check go. Got it. Ready? Hook. Here we go. Shot. Ready.
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about.
today. From the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. See what week 3 has in store. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Find Harris complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it with Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. Williams loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
White's numbers from a week ago. 17 carries, 112 yards.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Marquise Lee. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They got some guys who might need a year or two on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as good running gets them to about the 44. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Not much there, only a yard. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 9 now. It's caught on the right side at Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Back to throw again. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught, the tight end Hill. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Dietrich Wise Jr. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So many different weapons available in that Patriot backfield. Here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, trying to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Unable to do so on that play.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense.
And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Finding Williams once more. Complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. Complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get things started in the Meadowlands. An AFC battle as Houston is in town to take on New York. And it's the Texans who are out in front. Deshaun Watson, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. In that matchup, all even in their battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half?
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go. And the pressure gets to him again. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack. Momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Harris has it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Left side, Williams. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It's John Simon with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, here's White. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Going on the ground, it's White.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Clinton Dunbar with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Pick 6, fourth quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Finding Harris over the middle. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Darrell Warren. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Hill. He's got it. A gain of 6 there on first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the ground, this is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
So with that neat 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up
out for quarters 2, 3, and 4. You won a lot of games in this league, and this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter,